rubber palms. Come into the center. Press them together, bring them to your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe, slow down. Tuning in, dropping into your heart. Just smiling gently, feel the flow of that information, of that energy in and out through your nose, through your whole being. Connecting in your mind's eye to the beautiful sun, the golden sunrise. Feel the shift in your awareness. Pay attention to what you're doing. Stay focused. Inhale and draw that liquid golden light directly into your heart center. Hold the breath at the heart. Allow it to expand. And as you exhale, send the breath through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center, expand it. And exhale through the crown fountain. Inhaling one more time, the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath and the light at your heart center. Allow it to expand and radiate and glow. Good to see you guys in the evening. I know I haven't been around in a little while because really I've just been living it, just really easy, relaxed and enjoying the experience. And if it is not the truth, we're freezing up. See, if it's not the truth, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to deal in anything that is not the truth. And if I don't feel inspired by something or, the impetus to share something, I don't really need to say anything because like I've said, you guys all know already. It's now is the time to apply. We have to apply. So I'm popping up with a few reminders because it's fun. I know the reminders are good for all of us, me too. I like to gather my evidence, my experiences and observe what's going on and then see how I react, right? Because this is what the reminder is gathering up all of our experiences and our reactions to our life. That is the gold right there. Like I've been saying to you, when you react and you just leave it, that's going to repeat. Like that's going to cause some extra what's the word? Interesting things for you to do if you react and you just leave it. But if you react and catch yourself, like see and hear the reaction and then change it, because now you should be at the point where you're able to catch yourself and then decide again what is wanted. This is your it's one of them, but one of your most valuable questions. Our questions. Who am I? First of all, who am I? Thinking that I'm not the operant power in this moment. Who am I being? A reactor. Why? Why am I reacting? Because I think that they have some kind of control or that I don't have the power here, or that I didn't I didn't go ahead and decide that it was harmonious, that everyone loves and supports me, that, whatever it is, I didn't do any of that. So now I'm reacting. Now, who am I? And then another question, is this loving? Is this loving for me first? And then is this the most loving thing to do? And then the question is, what's the last question? Who am I? What is most loving? And then I'll get it. I'll remember. But I'm just thinking like, you got to ask, oh, what do I want? What do I want? See, I forget too, because sometimes we don't know that we don't know what we want. Because I get a lot of people saying stuff, they just say stuff. People, we just hear it. All you got to do is hear it even for a couple days, maximum a week, I would say. If you really, really do it and you're good at it and you drop all your story and all your made up stuff, whatever emotion you got going on, and you just truly hear them saying like, oh, you're the best. Or, oh, you're so right all the time, or you really want, like, you want an apology. Okay. Do you really want an apology? You can get an apology. You can get the person to say, I'm telling you, whatever you want them to say. But what do you really want? What do you really want? Do you want acknowledgement, appreciation, respect, harmonious communication, harmonious relationships? Like think about it deeper. What do you really, really want? Because there's more than just a message. I mean, it's fine. I'm not making fun of it, or I'm not downplaying it if that's really what would signify to you. But what does it signify? Something deeper, and go to that deeper thing. Because what do I really want? Then you can actually get it on a bigger scale, what you really want. So I think that that's really important. Now, in order to get what you want also, it's very helpful for you. It's very helpful for us to be in this constant observation of my reactions. And then, like I said, not letting it just sit there, revise or switch it around right then. I see you nodding, Patty. Yes, because even if you don't believe it, you're training yourself. I don't accept anything less than what is wanted, not from a resistant, not from an angry, not from a nervous, maybe have all of those feelings, but it really is from a place where I'm setting myself up for the best experience for me. If I can, get some feedback, let's say you had a meeting or you met someone or something. I'm making it up. Okay. I'm not good at making it up on the spot, but I'm making it up. Let's hope it says what I'm trying to say. And then you were in this meeting, and then after, because I'm saying this one because when our ego gets involved, or we think it's about us, like someone's thinking something about us, that's what can still kind of get us a little bit. So like, say you were in a meeting or you met someone, and then after you got some feedback from the other person, like you said, well, how did it go? Or what did they think of me? And they said, yeah, they're not sure about you. Then what would you'd feel? You would be like, what? Pardon me? They're not sure about me? Huh, okay. Like I'm thinking, like, think of the things that would get you going, and then catch yourself, because that is probably still happening. And I'm giving these examples so you see, like, yeah, I do kind of react if someone doesn't act properly to me, or I get feedback that says they didn't like, what I said, or they don't like that rule that I made, or whatever it is. And so there's a few things that you can note from that. One, I probably didn't imagine, that everything went so well, or that everybody loves me all the time. Everybody likes all my rules. Everybody follows all my rules that I make, and they like them all. Like, I'm just saying, if you have an organization, or you're the head of something right here, and you got to deal with a lot of people, I'm saying, okay, the things that can still make us like kind of react. But we don't need to. You don't need to react. You just observe, and then you say to yourself, oh, okay, like you're right. I didn't go ahead because I have a story. I'm assuming people aren't going to like everything that I say or my rules or whatever. And that's just too bad. And that's fine too. You can do that too. But then don't react if you get feedback or you hear back about yourself. But what I'm suggesting is really, really, and I know it's not new, hear something different. That's not what I heard, but really, really do it. Really, really change what you heard. I lots of stuff comes across my path, weird things like articles, and studies and the quantum physics and all that stuff. And you'd be really surprised at a lot of these studies that they have actually done. Like a study, I think the title might say, can the future really change the past? Think about that. That sounds really weird. Can the future really change the past? Well, guess what they found? It can. Yes, it can literally change the past, or something that you're doing now changes the past. Well, we already know this. Like, this is revision. That if you think of a different version, or if yeah, practice or imagine or feel into a different, an alternate version, like I've called it before, that version really happened for you. Because everything is intertwined. Those particles or that energy of that thing isn't separate from you because you were a part of it. So if you change your idea about it, you change the story about it, it does change what happened. It's just that we have a hard time kind of with that, or going with that. So we keep going back to the old story. And then we say, well, that's what happened. Well, that's what happened because you keep remembering that that's what happened. But if you really changed it, I'm just giving us some reminders about, if you don't like it, or if it's not to your tip top, like, yeah, like that's the best, then change it. Why don't you change it? Ask yourself, why am I not, like I've said, it doesn't just have to be bad to good. It could be average or good to amazing. And this is what I'm here reminding is like, it is like once you see the code, like the matrix, once you see the code, it's kind of like you can't pretend not to see the code. You can change it around. That's what I'm here doing. I'm just like, that's not what I'm going with. I'm not going to go with, I don't like that version. I'm not going with that version. That's not what I experience in my reality. I'm going to decide what I experience. And if I'm not deciding, someone's deciding for me, for sure. Like something's going on here. Like there's some, agreement we're like rolling with, in this reality, whatever this is. And if I don't decide on my own experience, someone has definitely created whatever this experience is. And I don't want to go with that. I want to be the imaginal, creator of my experience. And that's what I'm suggesting always, that we all are doing. So really getting playful. You can do it in a playful way that makes it a little bit more fun. We're missing a little bit. You guys work with kids, so that's good because you can tap into the fun. We're missing a little bit of fun here. We make it real serious. And I know there's serious things, but really, if you know the code, it doesn't have to be all that serious. It could be like, I don't like that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do my work, which is inside, which is a committed discipline that I'm just going to change it every night, or every time I think my mind wants to go. Pay attention to your predominant thoughts when you're not paying attention, when you're just going about your day, and then you check in. Oh, what was I thinking about for a while? Was I thinking about what they said about me, or that didn't go over that well? What was I thinking about? And wherever your mind wants to keep going, change it. That's your cue. I got to change this. And there's no one out there going to do it. I have to do it. So I'm going to do it. I still didn't even say the question. So the question from someone, thankfully, someone asked me a question because I like that. Someone asked me, if your intuition is like, how do you know when it's your intuition telling you something to do something or not do something? And in this case, it was actually not do something. But you also think that if you changed it around, you could still do it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you feel like, should I do this? Or this something is telling me that this is not a good idea, or something in my gut is saying like, I don't think I should go with that person, or I don't think I should continue with this thing, or whatever it is. But then because we have all of this knowledge, you can also think, well, I could do some work and get over that and change around. Well, that's the truth. Neither one is right or wrong. This is what I'll say. This is what I thought about it, is that when your intuition, when you have that gut feeling and it feels like your intuition, that's because your predominant practiced story, if you don't change anything, that's the truth. That's how it's going to go based on who you are right now and your stories and what you believe about the person or the world or the activity or whatever it is. That is what you should probably go with, a no or a yes, if you don't change anything. Now, like in that moment, you have to make a decision that's saying like something about it is saying no. And I know I could do my work and change it. Now, I would go with the no. Like use your discernment. That's why I've been talking about discernment also. Use your discernment to say, I don't think that's what's best for me right now. Now, further than that, because we are who we are and we're doing what we're doing, I would do my work on it. But just because, like, I would check into it. I would say, what is my story about that? What is my story about that? But I was saying to her, just because you changed the story doesn't mean you have to do it. Just because you changed the story and you did your work on it, which I think you should, but you don't have to do it in this now moment. Like sometimes we're busy, sometimes we're doing other stuff, we don't always just, like, to me, I like to do it. I like to check it, but I have made it a quick process. Like I say, what is that? Oh yeah, I got a story. But just because I change the story and I uplift them, because this had to do with other people, like to go with this person, not go with this person. Should I, do business with them, or something saying no, and it's like, even if I change my story and uplift them, it doesn't mean you have to change your decision. You still can say no and then change the story. And whatever that situation was, imagine the best of that, and then go with whatever feels an alignment, the best alignment moving forward. We just sometimes have a hard time saying no, or following our intuition and saying like, that's not for me. That's not for me right now. That doesn't feel in alignment. That's okay. That's okay. We don't have to fix everything so you do everything that comes across your path unless you want to. You could do whatever you want. You really can do whatever you want. I highly suggest always changing your story to the better story, investigating to see what's going on, but also honoring yourself and using your discernment, that you don't force something that doesn't feel aligned just because you can do your work. Sometimes it's a lot of work. Sometimes, it's a lot of work, and then there's just a lot going on there, and you have, then say it didn't work out, then you say like, I should have listened to myself. And maybe you have a story that you don't trust your intuition, that you always have that feeling, but then you didn't trust it, and then you get what you get because you didn't listen to yourself again. You could have that story. Maybe I don't trust my own intuition, So I think like there's never, always when I come across this information or answers, there's no right answer. There's no one answer. It's just, for me, always an investigative process of, what is this about me? This is me. This is my concept of myself. What is the story here? that these certain people aren't trustworthy? Or do I have gathered evidence about this from before? Am I willing to change that? Did I revise it? Like, I go through a process of a lot of stuff. And yeah, for a lot of people, that's a lot of work. But I'm also like, what do I always ask? What else are you doing? What else are you doing? I mean, I know you got stuff you're doing, but at the real base of it, to make your life better and better and better and better, why wouldn't you investigate and change it around? You know? But that's what the point I wanted to make was that even if you change your story, it doesn't mean you have to make a different decision. Like, oh, I'm going to go, my intuition said this, and then I'm going to just go with, I'm going to go over it and do something different. You could, but without the investigation, you won't know. You have to do your investigation. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, let's do a little bit of, I think that's it, unless anybody has any other questions. I just wanted to give those reminders of revising all the time, and paying attention more to your reactions. Any little thing, it seems like a little thing, it's not a little thing. It's something. You don't always have to do it. If you don't feel like doing it, fine. I'm just telling you what makes your life better and better and better and better. Or calmer, calmer. You're just there, kind of, okay, what's there for me to experience? And then really, really, really tuning in to what do I want? What is the true desire here? Like, I think I want this little thing here, or I want them to say this or do this, but what do I really want? I want harmonious communication, harmonious relationships, harmonious workplace, harmonious home environment, whatever that is. We want harmony everywhere we are. And we are being that. So then we do get that reflection of us. But the only way that we can make it even more and more and more is that being very aware when we're a little funny, and not letting it just sit there, even if it takes a day, even if it's a little bit of time. I understand, that's okay, but get to it, get to it every night. Do something. I like to do it in the moment. I've noticed when you are paying attention and you just train that mind, because there are certain things that mind does not want to let go of. It doesn't want to even, I know, I'm telling you from me too. Like, I'll change it, and then I hear that guy saying it again. Hear him saying, like, why would they say that? Why would they say that? And I'm like, cut it out. They didn't say that. What did they say? What do I want them to say? I just play around with it. What's the difference? I don't want to think like that. I don't want to keep hearing that, whatever it is. Why would they say that? I don't care. What do I want them to say? And then I feel better, and I feel better, and I feel better. And then it just makes things very, very nice. Very, very nice, very calm, very cool, very love filled. Then everything starts to become a reflection of you, which is you uplifting and being very loving. Then that's what you get all around you. And like I've said before, if it's not, it's very apparent. You can use your discernment to say that's not for me. And then you can do whatever you want after that. But it's important right now to not allow your emotions and mind to be too long on something that is not wanted, whether that's the world situation or your personal situation. Catch yourself and just switch it over. If you can't revise, or if you can't change, if you don't have that, like, just flip it right over. Even though we've been practicing this long, I think you can. But if you cannot, what do I always say? At least then just drop it. Just tell yourself, drop it. Like, let it go. Just drop it. See yourself dropping it or whatever. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Focus on your stuff, what you want, and create the world that you want. And you absolutely will get it. 100%. Yeah, that's it. Hmm. Let's see. Yes. Yes. In the end, it's our experience that is getting upgraded and nicer. It's true. We just keep getting better and better experiences. And I know that you see it and feel it. And also, we get to challenge ourselves with um, our limitations, because I know, I'm sure that you have come across yourself accepting less. And like this is a process of us too realizing who we are, and not even, it's not even like I deserve, it's not even like deserving, it's just you can do whatever you want. And we've just been programmed into this, this is what you didn't do this or that, or you're not this and that, so you get this is what you accept. Yeah, that's for me, that's the type to myself, keeping it here. And that's why I think it's very important for us to practice, what do I want? Because that sometimes we don't know. Like me too, like sometimes I'm like, I don't even know, like it's not coming to me, I don't know what I want. I don't really know what I want, because it's not stuff. That's another thing that I really like that Neville talks about, is like, once you kind of get this sort of law and you can create whatever, you're kind of over it. Not in a bad way, but it's just like there's nothing, it's the stuff doesn't really fill you anymore. You want to know the truth. It's the thrill of knowing who you are and the truth that is really what gets you. It's not just the stuff. So you can create whatever you want if you wanted to go for it, but it wouldn't be the stuff. Yeah, the stuff is fun because we are operating here in this physical experience, but it's really the thrill of knowing who you are, that you did it, that you can do anything, that you can really do it. That's what we came here to really know and have, that experience, not things, you know, riches, money, relationships, whatever. You can do all of that, but it's the power, it's the knowing who you are in that. That is what is the actual thing. That's the only thing that will satisfy us. Okay, let's breathe a little bit. Let's soothe a little bit, because that's fun. Okay. We didn't do our stretching today, or maybe you did. Inhaling into the chest, hold the breath. Good. Inhale some more. Expand your container more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Hold it. Pull root lock. Activate yourself. Pull it up into the brain. And exhale, gracefully dissolve, release, relax, feel the shift. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. More light, more light. One more. Hold, pull root lock, activate it. See it and feel it through your spine into the brain, light. And exhale, gracefully dissolve, expand, release. Inhale deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more. Try and expand yourself, fill up more, a little more, one more, one more. Hold, pull root lock, pull it up, activate yourself, see it and feel it in the brain, light. And exhale, gracefully release, dissolve, close your eyes, breathe easy. Feel the activation of your enlightened mind. You have access to infinite intelligence. Anything you want to know, anything, 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 it is available to you. Good. We're going to cover the right nostril and inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril. You can do your left hand in Gyan Mudra on your lap. And just slow down, just inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril, soothing, rest and digest, calming your system. Go ahead, release your hand. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold it. And exhale. Hold it out. Inhale, reach. Inhale more. Hold, shake it. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sit quietly for a moment. Just feel the effects. Notice what you notice. How does your mind feel? How does your body feel? How does your heart feel? How does your energy feel? That one is really good. Like I was saying, if your mind wants to keep going to something, when you're listening and like it just won't let it go. Sometimes, like I've been saying, you have to force yourself to do something sometimes to shake yourself out of it. And that breath is very, very good for when your mind, sometimes those issues are a little bit, they get you nervous or you feel fearful or you still feel anxiety or whatever that is. That is a very good one to calm your system down so that you can give yourself a little bit of space and you can do your work mentally and emotionally. Because I know certain things, it's like you're trying, but that emotion keeps getting the best of you. That's a very good one. You can do it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 11 minutes, and you will feel completely different. Like, what was I worried? What was I thinking about? What was I worried about? Okay, we're going to suck the tongue up, look at the tip of your nose, activate that central nervous system. Pick that tongue off, stick the tongue out, tuck the chin, look at your third eye. Come to center, plug your nose, looking up. Puff your cheeks, tip your chin, hold. Center, exhale. Let's do 3 times, reset our senses. Thumbs pop out of the ears when you're done. So tucking our chin, we inhale, we hold it, we pull root lock, pull it up, 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 up as we look up gently. Bring that energy into the nape of the neck, into your pineal gland, activate yourself. And as you exhale, you bring your chin back down and let it out and start again. With our mantra, taking your time, try to use your imagination, use your visualization to bring the energy up and activate yourself and let it go.
God is love, God is wise, God is kind, God is good, God is love, God is wise, God is kind, God is good. God is good. Good is God. God is health. Health is God. God is strength. Strength is God. God is life. Life is God. RR, infinite substance, is manifesting in me right now. Waheguru. God is love. God is wise. God is kind. God is good. God is good. Good is God. God is health. Health is God. God is strength. Strength is God. God is life. Life is God. RR, infinite substance, is manifesting in me right now. Waheguru.
Inhale, center. Hold it for a moment. And exhale, hold it out. Calmness, stillness, peace. Bring your hands on your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Just stay with your heart center. Tuning into your presence, your power, your awareness, your state of being. Who am I? Let's chant a little I am with the 4 sips. All love to the universe. Inhale. Peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings,